on to get us started now. The kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Tampa. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A draw play, Bernard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got some space here. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Here's Brady. Touchdown! And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Suckham, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a... 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw, Pickett. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now Pickett on fourth down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. First and 10, here's Pickett. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They'll set up a throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now a play fake, Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julio Jones from 6 yards away. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
On first down, Brady uses the stiff arm. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Looking in zone for Jones. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we get a third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
With Harris out of the shotgun. They get 6. That'll leave them with 34. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for this. Pickett. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the mark.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 24, Brady. There's a nice move. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Brady now on first down. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there? And we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things. Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. So after the INT, it's Brady. Complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds Austin complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Pickett sets up play action. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And with the struggles they've had putting points on the board, he's the one who's had the breakthrough, trying to find him again for another one to try and add to their total.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pickett. He's going to take another shot here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 36 yards. And the Steelers are back within a score. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 28 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Brady's going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Mike Edwards picks it off. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's not 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady going to throw. Going up top for Miller. Touchdown! 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point put through by Succop. And that will make this a 19-point game. Ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Pickett to throw on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Pickett slides down, and he picks up the first. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken, because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. Here's Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Levante David. 20, 10, 5, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Suck him for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Sims now from his end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. Now Trubisky lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because when the defense got him, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Buying time to his left. Completes it to Austin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. On third down, Trubisky completes this one to Pickens. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Back near his goal line. Here's Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. There's some space here. A solid stiff arm. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Trubisky will throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. It won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. He's got this to Pickens. And he's got Rome. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence. After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to crawl under a rock until it's over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, ball 66.
Brady going to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Slot man moves right. On 2nd and inches, Trubisky. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now Trubisky. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris from 10 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point now by Boswell. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Brady going to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Micah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own. Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining. So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra. Brady to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception. Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Brady. Man open, here is Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. To throw is Brady. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Brady going to look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. So a nice pickup there all the way up past the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. And we're just inside of 10 seconds to go before their final timeout. 9 seconds left. On 3rd and goal, Trubisky flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. One last shot for Trubisky. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, I don't think it's